Palace, and that will be left wing back. The club still currently has Tyrick Mitchell, but he's been there for a few years. And I think at the end of the day, they're always going to need depth. They should always push the position and try and improve. And the pick that I'm going to go for, because they'll be in Europe, I do want to have some experience in Europe and somebody that's played a little bit more in the game. And my pick for the left wing back would be Angelino. He plays in Europe. He is a Spanish left wing back, and I'm thinking 10 a loan with an obligation for 10 million. That's who I'm going to go for left wing back for Crystal Palace. Angelino. He hasn't really featured. I believe currently he plays for RB Leipzig. Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But he would be the pick that I'm going to go
For
for.
AS Roma right now.
AS Roma, previously RB Leipzig. Did he ever
Yes.
play for Leipzig? Okay, so I didn't make that up. All right, so I'm not, my football knowledge is not that bad. So yeah, Angelino on loan from AS Roma, and then with the 10 million obligation, I think he would like to come play in the Premier League. He hasn't been able to have the opportunity to play in this league, and I think a lot of players do enjoy the opportunity. He probably would be able to get some form of a pay bump moving from Italian football to English football. So I think all around, it's a good opportunity for him, as well as a good pick for Crystal Palace to bring some experience and more football know-how to the club. Guam, who's your left wing back pick?
Well, my left wing back pick will probably interest the Arsenal fans. My left wing back pick was based on my analysis of what I think is the best left back that has played under left wing back that's played under Oliver Glasner, and that'd be Philip Kostic. So my comparison, I was looking for players who were similar to Philip and could bring out the best of what Oliver Glasner expects, such as the high running, the ability to play the long ball, cross, and I fell upon Nuno Tavares. He had a great year at Lazio last year and has seen an uptick in performances and could be a great alternative to Tyrick Mitchell in the sense that Tyrick Mitchell is the more defensive left wing back, and you have a Nuno Tavares who is much better on the attack and going forward and helping with the
Yeah.
build-up. So you then have more, more flexibility on Glasner's perspective to play someone like Tyrick Mitchell as the left center back while having Nuno as the left wing back. So you still get the best of both worlds on that left hand side if he doesn't have a center back to put there. And I thought like that would tie it all up very nicely for the transfer window. And Nuno Tavares is shown to have a transfer market value of about 8 million euros. Let's assume Lazio is going to play some more hardball because of how well he performed. I think he goes for 30 million.
I like that. And the reason why I like that 30 million, because I'm pretty sure Arsenal has a sell-on clause with Lazio. So let's keep that fee up. But yeah, Nuno Tavares, one of the guys that was supposed to blow up at Arsenal, but he couldn't. Who's going to be your pick, Barry, for left wing back for Crystal Palace? Let us know.
Funny thing about Tavares, Lazio just signed him permanently this summer from Arsenal. Yeah, so the likelihood of him leaving this summer is very, very slim. It's very slim. I mean, we've seen some transfers like that in football, but the likelihood of that happening is very slim. And then talking about Angelino, he's actually a product of the Manchester City Academy, and he only played one solid season for them in Prem. I think that was the 2019-20 season, but obviously he had limited game time. But the good thing about him is that, look, he's got Premier League experience, and to be precise, as a left wing back, Angelino is a perfect person to have there. For me, if I'm still thinking like Crystal Palace scout or Crystal Palace admin, going for those basically almost unknown players who would end up being a very, very good player. For me, I think I'll be going for Sporting Lisbon's Giovanni Kenda. He was absolutely amazing under Ruben Amorim as a left wing back. And then, he could also play as a forward. So for me, if Crystal Palace go ahead to get him, he's like the perfect replacement for Jeffrey Schlupp. Jeffrey Schlupp could play as a left wing back. He could play as a left back. He could play as a left-sided midfielder. He could play as a center midfielder. And then with Kenda, he could play as a left back, he could play as a left wing back, and he could play as an actual winger, either on the left or right side. But I do think that Chelsea maybe had like a pre-agreement with him. I'm not sure how true this is, and he might be joining Chelsea next summer. That's like the summer of 2026. But if that isn't true, I
Mm-hmm.
think Giovanni Kenda would be perfect for Crystal Palace as a left wing back.
I do like Kendai a lot. I think I saw a bit of him, well, a few highlights here and there over the course of last season in Europe. So I think that's going to be a good option as well. Well, I had no idea that Tavares was already made permanent. But, in the world of football, anything can happen. I mean, if somebody came in and told them they're going to do 50 million, they might consider that deal. But that's highly unlikely. Guam, any other options? What else are you thinking for left wing back?
So for left wing back option, I've gone with an older option this time.
Okay.
So I'm going with Rafael Guerrero at Bayern Munich. I think
Mm-hmm.
that is an interesting pick for them because he is an experienced left-sided wing-back slash midfielder with strong attacking output, known for scoring goals and giving assists. And he has very, very similar outputs to some of Oliver Glasner's best wing-backs like Phil Kostic. And he's also known to contribute as he is right now. He had 6 goals plus 2 assists in 39 Bundesliga games over the last 2 seasons, and also provides excellent crossing and set piece delivery, which is something that they're going to be missing with the loss of Eze and, of course, losing Olise the previous season. So
Yeah.
I think that'd be a very nice and cheap alternative to anyone that they could probably get, seeing as his estimated transfer fee would be about 8 million, and I don't think Bayern would play such hardball about it. So probably 16 million, and he's a Crystal Palace player. And that
Yeah.
leaves our transfer budget at 156, and I'd be happy with that.
That's a top technical director right there. I am pretty sure I blew my transfer budget. I spent every last dollar. Our producer's pick for the left wing back is gonna be Jet Spence for 20M. And I think what's cool about the Jet Spence pick, I like Jet Spence when he was still, a championship player. I forget the championship club he played for, but I know he had a game against Arsenal where he performed really well. And I was like, that's a player I would take. He went to Spurs, so now I don't like him. Yes, Jet Spence was at Forest. Thank you, producer. That's why we trust you. That's why we love you. But yeah, he went to Spurs, and then obviously I have to hate his guts for that. But he's been, not been a mainstay for them. I think some coaches love him, some coaches don't. He's had a more opportunity under the previous coach, Big Ange. So sad that he had to leave, but it is what it is. Top business. You got to perform in the league. But yeah, Jet Spence would be a nice one for Crystal Palace. He would definitely be willing to go because he will play, and that would be a good choice for them.